Coming up on Unpeeled, the Olympics enter its final weeks with fights and more gold medals.
Fans are both crying and confused over this movie adaptation of a classic book.
Calvin Klein is bringing it back to the 70s with this new campaign.
And are contestants really in it for the love or just the fame? All that and more, Unpeeled starts right now. Welcome to a brand new episode of Unpeeled. I'm Isabella Galan.
And I'm Victoria Daly. We start with an update on a talent agency's ownership. Casey Wasserman, a Los Angeles entertainment executive and chair of the 2028 Olympics, is officially selling his talent agency Wasserman Group after appearing in the Epstein files. He has not been criminally charged.
Wasserman apologized for his actions, saying, quote, "I'm deeply sorry that my past personal mistakes caused you so much discomfort," end quote. He was not fully announced a new owner for the company and remains in charge of the 2028 Summer Games. Well, from the Summer Games to the Winter Games, competition and controversy are spicing up the 2026 Winter Olympics. The United States has been icing out the competition, scoring a gold medal in monobob with Alana Myers, Taylor's first gold in 5 Olympics. Just this morning, Michaela Schifrin finally won gold in slalom skiing.
Canada and Sweden's men's curling teams are heating it up on the ice as well. First, Sweden accused Canadian curler Mark Kennedy of double touching stones, meaning he touched the stone after it passed the hog line. Then, Kennedy accused Sweden of improperly recording his deliveries. It all came to a blow when the two teams threw insults at each other in shouting match during the game. Isabella, so much entertainment, so much excitement happening in these Olympics games, especially when the U.S. got their first gold medal, and that was from alpine skier Breezy Johnson. And just 4 years ago in 2022, she injured herself on this same course. So amazing that now she's back with a gold medal, but wait, she's also coming with a diamond on her hand. Her boyfriend proposed to her after her race.
That's just like so wholesome. And it's a big year for alpine skiing too, because on the men's side, we have our first ever athlete from Latin America of any gender to come home with a medal, whether it's gold, silver, bronze, anything. First medal, which is phenomenal. And they're from Brazil. So that's really, really great that we're having such great representation at this year's Olympics.
Exactly. And I've been watching a lot of women's hockey. What about you? What have you
I've been watching a lot of the figure skating.
Okay.
I've been watching Ilya, Quad God. So heartbreaking, but you got a lot from hockey, right?
Yeah, defender Layla Edwards of the U.S. women's hockey team is the first Black woman to play in a game and score a goal for the U.S. women's Olympic team. So such an important achievement.
Big things.
But on Monday, Netflix released a 3-part docuseries pulling back the curtain on America's Next Top Model. The iconic reality show was hosted by Tyra Banks, who has since been accused of toxic behavior by former cast and crew. It included a discussion about a now viral scene in which Banks yelled at a contestant saying, quote, "We were all rooting for you."
Banks admits in the documentary that she went too far in the scene and says outside pressures played a role. The docuseries also highlights controversial episodes, including 2 different times where contestants dressed up as different ethnicities. The show ran for 24 seasons before ending in 2018. We're seeing this come back up again, talking about America's Top Model. It came back into the conversation a lot during the pandemic when people were binge watching the show and talking about how controversial it was. But now with the docuseries out, it's getting an entirely new light again.
And I knew that reality TV, it always has the drama on the screen, even more behind the scenes, but this is just a new level of toxicity that I was just not aware of. And Tyra Banks, a model herself, being in the spotlight, saying these things to other models, it's like she must have gotten these criticisms before herself and must have not felt well.
Yeah, and you would think that that would then make her not want to continue to keep putting those pressures onto other women. But again, like, it was reality TV at the time. Good thing that those things will not slide now, and that's why we're seeing these kind of expose docuseries about it. But what was really heartbreaking to me was just the character that we were revealing of Tyra Banks, of Miss J, who had a stroke, and now saying that she had no contact with him, and now even he can't walk, and she didn't even care to follow up, was just heartbreaking.
And it showed a lot about her character.
Yeah, for sure.
But fans are getting the best of both worlds with the return of Hannah Montana. The show is getting a 20th anniversary special that will premiere on Disney Plus on March 24th.
That's right. It will be filmed in front of a live studio audience, featuring a conversation with Miley Cyrus and Alex Cooper. The special will also reveal never-before-seen footage and the recreation of some iconic sets, which will focus on the show's impact and lasting nostalgia.
And from one star to another, a widely loved influencer influencer has recently made his Broadway debut while also stepping into the candy business. Jake Shane is starring in a show called All Out Comedy About Ambition, which features a rotational cast of actors who read comedy stories from former SNL writer Simon Rich. Shane will remain on Broadway until March 8th.
And just to sweeten things up, Shane was also named Chief Creative Officer of German candy company Citrus as it expands its billion-dollar revenue through the U.S. market. Shane expressed his excitement by saying, quote, "We share the same sentiment that candy is for everyone." I mean, I couldn't agree more. Everyone loves candy and everyone loves Jake Shane. He's just such a likable media personality. I remember when he came to Syracuse and brought his podcasting tour right here to the Goldstein Auditorium in the Shine Student Center. He was fantastic. And I'm so excited, you know, Broadway buff like me, that he's made his Broadway debut.
And he's 26 years old and, like you said, going on so many different side quests. And he got really famous on the internet by explaining his life, living with OCD, anxiety, started his podcast, Therapist, which has just brought in so many fans. And that was on YouTube, but now season 3 is getting put onto Netflix.
Which is such an incredible accomplishment too. Netflix is massive, and I'm so curious to see if other podcasts are gonna kind of follow suit and also switch to Netflix. I mean, he already had incredible A-list celebrities on YouTube, and he said that this new season is gonna be even more stacked. So all I'm saying is thank God that I have Netflix and I won't have to let go of Therapist anytime soon. Well, when we return, a popular book's movie adaptation made its highly anticipated theater debut.
And this streaming platform is expanding its library for the new year. Find out more after the break, Unpeelers.
To an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
This past week, an adaptation of Emily Bronte's novel Wuthering Heights came out and just in time for Valentine's Day. But fans have mixed reviews about everything from casting to costumes. Our pop culture reporter Abby Tolchin is here to break it all down. Hey, Abby.
Hey, Isabella. On Friday, Wuthering Heights came out in theaters starring Margot Robbie as Catherine and Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff. And the one word I have to say to start is wow. In its opening weekend, it has already brought in $34.8 million in ticket sales. However, people are not shy when sharing their opinions on this timeless romance. The film is written and directed by Emerald Fennell, who has been open that this is her interpretation. She wanted to create a movie that felt the closest to the way she felt when she first read the book at age 14. Because of this, there are a lot of differences between the film and the original novel, leaving many fans disappointed. One of the biggest differences is the ethnicity of Heathcliff. In the novel, he is described as a dark-skinned gypsy or a little lascar who is a sailor from India or Southeast Asia, but in the movie he is played by a Lordy who is Caucasian. This has resulted in critiques by fans claiming they are whitewashing a character whose ethnicity is crucial to the story. Many fans have also compared Lordy and Robbie to casting the two most popular kids in high school to play the leads in the school play. Many fans would have rathered lesser-known actors to play these complex characters. Now, there are countless of other critiques, like on how characters like Nellie and Isabella were portrayed, but another main criticism of this adaptation is the amount of intimate scenes. In the novel, Kathy and Heathcliff's relationship is a deep, tortured romantic connection with only one kiss, while the movie has scenes from the two's most intimate connection with several montages showcasing it. However, while all these differences have made many fans hate the film, others like myself absolutely adore it. There are edits being made, rewatches happening already, and fans who love the film describe it as stylish, confident, funny, romantic, and even shed a tear or, like myself, sobbed in the theaters. Now, I could talk about this movie and Jacob Elordi forever, but that's all the Victoria, back to you.
Streaming platform Tubi is kicking off the year with a wave of new content. From classics to blockbusters, the free streaming service is expanding its library again. Our film reporter Sophia DeStasso is here to tell us what viewers can expect. Sophia, let's jump right into it. What additions is Tubi adding to its platform?
Yeah, Victoria, so they actually added a lot of fan favorites, like old TV shows and movies. So one of them being Batman, the Powerpuff Girls, like a lot of oldies. And actually one of my personal favorites, which might be a hot take, but Teen Titans Go is something me and my brother have watched when we were little, and like it's so great to see it back. And I think it's such a great marketing strategy for Tubi as well, because they are bringing these oldies back, which is what audiences love to see.
Now, Tubi is a free platform, so
Yes.
how does it compete with these subscription services?
Yeah, so it is a free streaming service, and it's completely ad-based, and we can see like a lot of other streaming services do that, but they haven't been as successful as Tubi. I just think that's because they've been constantly adding content this year. And like as a viewer myself, like I love to see like different movies and films, and especially that it's free, like it's awesome, because the streaming services now can be a lot of
Yeah,
money.
they add up.
Yes, they do add up.
Now, we talked about those additions in the beginning. Do you think this is part of a larger trend?
Yeah, so I think streaming is so big now, and like people are constantly trying to appeal to their audiences. Like what is going to make them do the best? And I think that Tubi adding all these things constantly has made them stand out. And also, I was scrolling on Netflix the other day, and honestly, like I saw a lot of new movies. Like they had The Night at the Museum, they had Mrs. Doubtfire, like a lot of interesting movies going there as well. But I think Tubi, especially because it is free and they are adding movies like that, it has set them apart, and it just, they've all been trying to keep up with each other, and I think Tubi has done a really great job so far doing that.
Okay, well, I'm going to take your advice. I think tonight I'm going to go home, watch some Teen Titans
definitely.
Go. But thank you, Sophia. And when we return, our TV reporter breaks down a new political show centered around love. Don't go anywhere, Unpeelers.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
A tumultuous love story that captivated the nation over 2 decades ago is back in the spotlight. Our TV reporter Lane Yeager is here to fill us in.
That's right, Victoria. The inaugural first season of Ryan Murphy's Love Story premiered last Thursday and follows the tragic whirlwind romance between John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. The show was originally announced nearly 5 years ago as a spinoff of Murphy's other iconic titles, American Horror Story and American Crime Story. He took to Instagram last June to share a first look of stars Paul Kelly and Sarah Pidgeon in what seemed to be full costume. Yet lifestyle publication The Cut criticized the photos and claimed Pidgeon appeared to be wearing fast fashion knockoffs of Bessette's minimalist high-end style. Similarly, Bessette's now retired colorist Brad Johns spoke out against the platinum blonde wig worn by Pidgeon, claiming it was all wrong. In an interview with Variety, Murphy responded to the criticism, stating, quote, "They're doing to our Carolyn what they did to the real-life Carolyn. It isn't fair." He went on to explain that the photos were camera test stills and did not reflect the true hair, makeup, or wardrobe that would be featured. Kennedy's nephew, Jack Schlossberg, also spoke out against the project and claimed the show was profiting off of his uncle's life and death in a grotesque way. The series premiere opens on the fateful day of the couple's untimely deaths before flashing back 7 years to People's Sexiest Man Alive's second failed attempt at the bar exam in 1992. The episode goes on to trace Kennedy and Bessette's separate lives until they're ultimately introduced by designer Calvin Klein. In addition, the 2 episodes released alongside the premiere tackle Kennedy's relationship with actress Daryl Hannah, the death of his mother Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, and the mounting tabloid pressure that strained his relationship with Bessette. Despite all of the initial controversy, Love Story currently boasts a surprising 84% on Rotten Tomatoes and has received fairly positive feedback from fans and critics alike. New episodes will be released each Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and I personally will be tuning in. Isabella, back to you.
Thanks, Lane. I definitely will be too. Now, from what's on our screens to what just hit the runway, Calvin Klein debuted its latest collection less than a week ago. And it has everyone wondering, what could Carolyn Bessette think? Our fashion and beauty reporter, Ella Castrillon, is here with the answers.
Thanks, Isabella. Now, it almost felt like fate. The first episode of Ryan Murphy's romantic series aired the night before Calvin Klein's Fall 2026 collection at New York Fashion Week. But the real question is, would there have been a love story between Caroline Bessette, the former publicity director of the brand, and their new collection? Now, some disagree. The collection was undeniably chic, featuring sharp silhouettes, tailored button-ups, structured jackets, and even a bold orange gown that looked straight out of the 1970s. Calvin Klein's creative director, Veronica Leone, said she wanted to move away from the minimalist aesthetic that defined the brand for decades and was so effortlessly embodied by Bessette's cool girl 90s style. As regularly seen on the streets of New York City, she often channeled this minimalist look, including Prada, sleek headbands, Levi's bootcut jeans, and simple loafers. Rather than leaning into this classic, timeless image associated with America's golden couple on the runway, Leone chose to take a different direction and to look back to the brand's earlier era, embracing a more dramatic late 70s and early 80s energy. For many viewers, and myself included, the timing was hard to ignore. After being reminded of Bessette's iconic fashion taste on screen, some critics argue Leone could have embraced the style more, and were looking forward to this for the fall collection. Instead, many thought the looks felt confusing and not cohesive. However, this oversight cannot be said about Calvin Klein's recent Valentine's Day collaboration with pop culture stars Grace Van Patten and Jackson White. Even with all that chaos on the set of the Hulu show Tell Me Lies, nothing seemed to stop their chemistry, as the couple shows off their limited edition prints on Calvin Klein Essentials. In a statement, Van Patten said the campaign was about the easy, intimate moments when you could be yourself, laugh, and just have fun, which they definitely did at New York Fashion Week in matching denim looks. So, while the runway may have sparked some controversy, Calvin Klein continues to get fans talking. Isabella, back to you.
Thanks, Ella. When we come back, are couples on TikTok taking it too far? Our social media reporter has more after the break. Welcome back to Unpeeled. TikTok was originally created as a place to share fun 15-second music and dance videos with friends. But things have changed since 2016, and it's clear that some users have gotten a little too comfortable. Our social media reporter, Maddie Ritter, is here to break down a troubling new trend. Maddie, I cannot wait to get into this with you. Can you give us a breakdown of what you've been seeing on your For You page? Because mine has been kind of crazy.
Yeah, Bella, so let me give you a little insight here. What I've been seeing is kind of this trend on TikTok where women are posting about their husbands who don't really appear to be caring all that much about their relationships, about their wives in general. They're not really cooking, cleaning, helping around the house, really. They don't help with the kids. And these women are getting a little comfortable posting personal details about their relationship online. And I guess what they're trying to do is find kind of a community or find some unity with other TikTok users who might be having similar problems with their husbands. But it's kind of doing the opposite.
That's like so, I mean, TikTok personally wouldn't be my first place to go. So why are these videos gaining so much popularity?
Yeah, I got one word for you. It's rage bait.
Yeah, there you go.
What rage bait is, it's online content that's designed to provoke anger, provoke frustration, and that's what some of these women are doing. They're posting these videos of their husbands and their, careless behavior to try to get reactions out of people. But those reactions are actually propelling them to post more because reactions and comments and interactions with these videos only help them gain more traction, and these women are actually able to make money off of this. Great example of this is Michaela Noguera, who posted her divorce video. I know you're really familiar.
Oh yeah.
She said, everyone sit down for this, and then she talked about her divorce, but she was also kind of using it to promote her lip plumper product. So they're kind of just exploiting these negative situations, and it's getting a little messy.
Yeah, well, how are people responding in the comment sections? Because again, that is what's making these appear on more algorithms because of how many comments they're getting.
Right, so people, they don't like it. They're not responding very well. They're getting successfully rage baited. But, so many of the people in the comments are actually saying, like, are you leaving him or not? They want to know, like, are you going to stay with this man who doesn't care, or are you going to leave him? And a lot of people in the comments have actually replied to other commenters saying, she's not going to leave him, just keep scrolling. Don't even interact with the video at this rate. It's not worth it, right? So when I actually saw an example of one, but I can't share it now. We'll have to get to it next time. But Bella, thank you.
Thank you, Maddie.
Are your favorite dating show stars actually looking for love, or are they looking for fame? Our reality TV reporter Gabriela Guadalupe has the answers. Gabriela?
Thank you, Victoria. Dating shows dominate reality television. From Love Island to The Bachelor, these series take over headlines and our social media feeds. But industry analysts say these shows are no longer just about romance. They are launching contestants directly into influencer careers and into other reality series. Take this past summer season of Love Island. After record-breaking viewers with season 6, anticipation for season 7 was high, but fans quickly questioned if the contestants' motives for joining the show was for the fame or for love. Especially contestants like Ace Green and Huda Mustafa, who already had large social media followings before entering the villa. And once the season ended, it became even more clear. Multiple cast members secured publicists and major brand partnerships. They transformed reality fame into a full-time business. Stars are also using other reality shows to hold on to fame. Your new bachelorette is Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Taylor Frankie Paul, already entering the show with a built-in fan base. Now, some viewers are questioning whether she's there to find love or expand her brand. Rob Roush appeared on 2 seasons of Love Island without finding the one, but his appearance on this season of The Traitors has taken his fame to a whole new level. And even former Bachelor Joey Grossaday, who went on to win season 33 of Dancing with the Stars, has transitioned into a spokesperson role for the franchise, hosting its official podcast and joining national press tours. But this is a shift from how reality fame used to work. In the early 2000s, contestants from shows like The Real World or Jersey Shore didn't walk away with influencer contracts or new shows waiting for them. Fame was messy, chaotic, and often short-lived. Today, contestants are carefully building their image, avoiding controversy that could hurt future partnerships. Even reunions feel very media-trained. Now, we should wonder if a show can really be about love when it's also someone's business opportunity. Because as reality TV blends with influencer culture, The Villa isn't just a place to find a partner anymore. It might be the first step in building a brand. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Gabriella. When we return, we celebrate the 800th episode of this beloved sitcom. You won't want to miss it, Unpeelers.
My Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly, a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
After 38 years, the animated sitcom The Simpsons has hit a huge milestone. The show, which first aired in 1989, aired its 800th episode on Sunday.
The Simpsons is the longest-running scripted primetime series in TV history, and showrunner Matt Selman does not plan on stopping anytime soon. A second Simpsons feature film is scheduled for release for July 2027.
One thing the show has become iconic for is its ability to predict the future. So in honor of this milestone, we wanted to look back at some of their craziest predictions. Victoria, these honestly blew my mind. I know we were talking a little bit before the show. We can't even predict like what's going to happen in our day-to-day simple lives. Like I can't imagine some of these things that they were somehow
even
able to
things
predict.
that I'm so passionate about, like my favorite artists. Like I don't know when they're releasing new music. When are they going to go on tour next? Who's their opener?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I am never good at predicting things. So let's take a look. I mean, they were able to predict that Donald Trump was going to become the president of the United States. This episode came out in the year 2000. So 16 years before, and when he wasn't even a politician, he was just a businessman.
I don't know how they do it.
No, that's like so crazy.
Should we see what else we got?
Yeah, let's see what other predictions that we got in there. Oh, perfect timing for the Olympics.
U.S. wins gold in curling against Sweden. And I think before this, we never even beat Sweden in curling.
No, I don't even, no.
We hadn't won the gold in
No, we've never even won a gold in this category against anybody. And then now all of a sudden, they predicted the country that they were going to be competing against too. Like,
let's do one more.
Disney buys 20th Century Fox. Like, who is thinking of these? If this was me, I would think like I would need to go buy a lottery ticket. Like I would need to go buy a lottery ticket and like win $1 million.
Let's pray we have that luck going forward.
Let's pray for that.
But unfortunately, that is all the time we have with you tonight.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure to follow us on our socials at Unpeeled_Syracuse on Instagram and at CitrusTV on X. I'm Isabella Galan.
And I'm Victoria Daly. From all of us on Unpeeled, stay cozy, Syracuse.